Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. I am the sky, for example. I'm the sky. That's why clouds can appear and disappear. I am emptiness. That's why this and that appear and disappear. I am that. That's so I could say that's from where the creation appears and disappears. That has to click. That has to be realized not by thinking you are a cloud and then you remove the cloud to see the space, or not to remove a bag of this and that to be more empty or to know that there is emptiness. Not like that, it will never work. Because the base of it is a changing landing place. Whatever appears is a changing landing place. So, what can you trust? That soul which has to be seen, which is already here, is just that the general vision is based on assuming it's a trusting reality. So that's all I have to say. If you have something to add, welcome. So a few faces new or not so funny here. Yeah, you want? I mean, don't be shy. It's your space. Ask whatever you want to say, and even if you know it's the mind, I will not go and say it. You say it because to suppress, you see, will reappear. It will reappear. So, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just want to share the story, like very short. Yesterday I was in the sauna, and one man came. He was, I don't know, maybe around 70 years old, and we started to speak. And after maybe a few seconds, he just looked at me, and he said, "You must come and live in Portugal." And I was like, and again he started to share about different stuff. But something touched me, and after I was reflecting, like when, like the messages, ultimately I feel it's like God speaking to us in different situations, but sometimes also like to discern, is it coming, like from God? Does it resonate with my heart? So the question now arose, how it is for you, even like seeing this clarity, this like God appears in everything, how do you discern in your life in a practical, like still this personal movements? I don't know. Did you get the question? If it was clear? I don't know.
I think so, but I don't have that problem anymore. Yeah. That is the beauty, I must say. To ask what?
So are you just fine with what is, and you're just not
But even if
letting?
I'm not fine, it's what
Mm.
is, no? I mean, it doesn't make me search. That's gone.
Okay.
And that's what I find very precious.
So can I ask, what does it mean for you follow your heart?
It's a beautiful attitude to have in life, maybe.
It's a beautiful.
Attitude, way to be in the life. Um, yeah. What else is there than heart, after all? Um, hmm?
So can I ask again, are you relaxed with everything what comes? Just
I'm not relaxed. Why should I be relaxed?
but
No,
you're
that's what
okay,
I
no?
say. Even if I am not relaxed,
Mm.
then what? You know, what do you expect from samsara? Because we are describing the samsara, the duality now.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You cannot always be in a certain way. If you will differ according to circumstances, you will react differently. The thing is that you don't get. Now, I will try to describe, which may be right or not wrong, I don't know exactly, but you, I, let's speak of than me, I don't get washed away so that when, for example, a difficult moment arises, I am in it. When it's gone, I'm not searching, oh, where am I, or what should I do, or I suffered why, and all those things. That's gone. That's gone. So, what else to say? Um, which was not, which was not the case before during the search, because everything means something. You have to learn something from events and things like that, as generally it is taken in the search. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what
Yes.
you can make out of
Yeah, because I see sometimes, like still, sometimes I like to find like the balance, like between,
balance.
yeah, yeah,
Is there
yeah.
anybody balance here? Yeah,
But still, yeah, I see that. I see that very pointing.
we all
Yeah.
manage with our own cuckoo-ness, you know. It's like uh,
Thank you.
life itself is not balanced. Uh, maybe you want to mention a balance means um, a, a place where you can take refuge because it's quiet, it doesn't disturb you. This may be the balance you speak about. Um, yeah, yeah, you can take that as the background of everything, but then for that, it doesn't belong to you only. Or it's a place you got through practices or investigation where you take refuge, but because it's a refuge, you are not always there, so questions like this arise. Hmm?
Thank you.
If I could be more of a help, let's see. I think there is no example of a special way one would follow or would be when this imagination about the seeking goes. Everybody will express looking like the same yet different. Mm. For example, you have to see what in you provokes those questions and need a confirmation or an answer. What is there too much to provoke that? You see? Because if you are freed from thinking it will appear in a certain way, I forgot. Gone.
You're speaking about something too much.
Hmm?
You were saying something too much.
Yeah, something too much. Yeah. That's a bit too much.
Yeah, but usually I feel like in quite a light, it's like not like I'm looking like this, with an effort or something, but just somehow in a light way. Somehow it just comes with the joy. Maybe
But that is
experience
good.
again.
Listen to me. I am not going to argue because if you are a light being and I am not necessarily light, I am light sometimes and not sometimes, how can I argue? I mean, it's your way, your way. So you will speak in a certain way. Um, I don't care. I don't care. It's also relative, all what appears. It's light, it's heavy, that's what I say. To see that this lightness or heaviness, how can it appear? It's because, in fact, what I am, and not personally, is just, I refer to emptiness, but it's an indication because it's also not the concept of emptiness. Um, you would think, for example, Nisargadatta was light. You would have never thought that Nisargadatta was light. So it depends. Depends on every. But these are the appearances. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about Nisargadatta Maharaj because he's like the example for me. It's not like being so quiet, so loud, but he was like bam, 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 bam. This expression just.
You like it, but you don't recognize yourself because you are more light, it looks, or you have more this aspiration or this naturally to you. So what? So what's going on here? It's not that the mind will become more light. It can become, but I mean, it's not a general rule or a must or a proof of anything. It is that the tyranny is gone. Because to believe it will be or it is light is a tyranny too. Huh? It's a belief. So the tyranny is gone, then where is the question about that?
Thank you.
A mind cannot be always silent. A mind cannot be always happy, light. It's like that. This is the wisdom, to just see, the wisdom doesn't rely in becoming in a certain way, It's just to see facts. It's like that. And that's of a big relief. Not to be fooled again by any kind of amazing imagining concept or experience. Huh? Yeah, but everyone has to choose what he prefers. And here too, there is no argument. Everybody goes for what he prefers, what is my demand, Yeah.
I just love it when you just got everything. Just love it. Thank you so much. Every time it's like Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like to speak into a microphone. I'm sorry. I'm afraid of microphones. I don't like to
Yeah,
speak.
but then I don't hear,
I'm
so I'm
sorry.
sorry.
So this is my first time here.
Yeah, I know.
And I was just looking around of all these people, and they are here because of you. I'm sorry, I get so
No,
emotional, but I don't know why.
they are here
So-
because of their search.
This is what I wanted to say, because they
Yeah.
are searching for something.
Yeah.
And we always are searching for probably the same thing. And the question is that, did you find the thing we are searching for? Did you find what we are searching for?
That's interesting. Yeah, but the object of search can be so different.
Because you
isn't
said
it?
you done with searching. You don't search anymore, as I understood.
Well, I search to have a tea. I search to have sunshine or something. I don't search who I am. That's sure.
Because you know who you are, and that it is that. Or
I dropped interest
the interest.
because I saw it was again a stirring up of the mind. It's the mind is able to produce concrete things, but also to very abstract things.
I know that because
Yeah,
my mind
yeah.
is racing all the time, even when I want to sleep.
Yeah.
It's keeping me up, and I just say, leave me alone, because
Yeah, leave me
I wa-
alone.
I want to
Exactly. That's why one in
sleep.
the
Otherwise,
end.
I go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
You. That's why you come here, to hope that there is a remedy to that.
And what does enlightenment mean to you?
Like that, to be freed, not because you attain the quiet mind, but to be freed to feel constantly obliged because you believe so, to follow your mind. So you know the nature of the mind. The mind is really appears and disappears. So who can see that? What can see that? That interested me. So of course I could not objectify again with an answer, otherwise I fall again in my mind. So you just, my master said, keep quiet, but not to be in a state of quietness. Just keep quiet there. Keep quiet from where you could see that.
And is that the source?
It is even prior to the source, because source is a word coming from the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there is no word for it. For that
There is
state
no
of
word
being,
for it.
there is no word.
There is no word. And if a few, even me sometimes, mention it, it's a pointer. There is no word for that. You are okay?
Yeah.
You are okay?
I'm here because he brought me here. He's my husband, and he was searching for the first time, and I'm just started the. Sorry, you cannot hear me when I don't speak.
Well, I did.
It's hard for me to be quiet. I'm
Yeah,
always
I see that, but it's okay. You understood what I told you or not?
sorry.
You understood something of what I told you or not?
Yeah.
Okay. She obliges you to speak.
When the concept is rising, so the question is rising, because don't have a question, don't rise the concept. So left everything, so just be. No?
Yeah. Is it okay?
So not search anything.
Yeah. Can you? This is the thing. Because it's easy to have an understanding or the concept of it. It's another thing to just be it. Mm?
Yeah, because when was young, a couple of times is just stopped my mind. 3,
Uh-huh.
4 times in
Yeah.
was young,
Yeah.
because I left everything. So just
Yeah.
I don't just
Yeah.
.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just leave. So I couple of times don't have a body. So just
Mhm. And what was it for you? What that was it? What?
I don't have a word this state, because
Okay.
don't hogy mondják, hogy nem hiányzott semmi.
He didn't miss anything.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Great. So, are you searching today?
No, I'm not searching today, because every time you're searching, can't find nothing.
Yeah.
So
So you came just for her.
yeah. So I don't search, because I know I can find nothing. So I
Yeah, but nothing is also an idea. Huh?
I left the searching.
Okay.
And
Okay.
not sometimes rising the searching, but I know don't go.
Yeah, don't go there.
Yeah, because I can find nothing. So just
Hi. So.
hogy mondják, hogy most egy két
He's in between the two states.
In
He's
between.
searching, but he's not searching at the same time.
Well, I prefer before that.
And all the time my thinking is Papaji. So every time is every day, every minute, every time is
Really?
just your face, his face. I see his face on
Yeah.
the kitchen
Yeah.
every time. So
Yeah.
that's all.
But then I really have nothing to tell you. I'm just happy to meet you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. By the way, what's your language? Hungarian. Hungarian. Yes, Sharda.
He says that sometimes he still feels like that something is missing.
But it comes from where, this idea?
On the-
The thinking.
Ah,
Thinking
then,
arises from
then
the
yourself
different
said,
things.
with great wisdom.
So you should
Okay.
stop thinking.
But no, let it pass. I mean,
Oh.
how can you stop? Uh, one cannot stop anything. Let it pass. That's a great space. Hmm.
I feel like it can be easily understood with the mind, what you're saying.
It can be
Easily understood
yeah.
with the mind only.
Mm.
And for me, I feel like it requires sitting with it. And sitting in the silence.
To be what? When you are not sitting, you are what then? Mm.
Yeah, I continue existing also when I don't sit. And when I'm believing my thoughts, I still am.
Yeah. So you are searching for what? To be a quieter woman. You can if you like, no problem, but it has nothing to do with to be or not to be. Or hmm?
No, I don't want to be a quieter woman. It's
But that's your very personal problem. You will not solve that by trying to keep quiet or sitting quiet, I tell you. So you have to find another way if you want to quarrel less. Sometimes we are quarreling and all those things because, in fact, it's misunderstood by the mind. It thinks so, it's due to this or that. In fact, it's because there is probably or maybe a very deep unsatisfaction of what knowing what is this life about, how to solve this absurdity or this injustice or this whatever word is there. And there, you can see that all those questions are in this comparative apparent world. And so we cannot really solve things here because they are dual. So the wise indicated, maybe you can find peace. Not that they promise that somebody will be always peaceful, but you will be at peace if you find what's the background of all this, who am I in fact, what I think of me, is it really that I am, and so on. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Ganga.
Hello.
Last time you told me in order to know who I am,
To know who you are?
in order to know who I
yeah,
am,
sorry, yeah.
I need to follow the suggestions from the mind. And sometimes it's possible to see it before it happens. But I also find myself many times, if not most of the times, automatically sucked into the...
Yeah, but what is important, it doesn't matter if it is before a thought appears or after. It's the moment you wake up to yourself. That is the important thing. Who cares if it is before or after? What is important is to wake up.
And how?
Like that. Suddenly you realize, oh, where am I? And you don't search. You just say, oh yeah, I was in my mind. So you have a split second of disconnection with what you connect generally, and it's your blessing.
And but there's still an expectation then coming from the mind that it will get less and less influential.
Forget that garbage. Of course, the human, he always wants paradise. Paradise, what does it mean? Permanent, something beautiful and joyful and loving and whatnot. It's an utopia. It's an utopia of the human. Yeah. It can exist, but shortly. It always appears and it will disappear. At least this much we know.
I see that.
Then don't be greedy. It's enough.
But then the expectation, then how?
No, but that's where did you hear a wise telling that it will be permanently like this? They speak of permanency when they speak of what they cannot describe, so of what I am. They never speak about what appears, about that. It's a misunderstanding.
And the qualities that you then describe, unborn,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
those are not
They are not
anything
applied.
perceived by you then, or
It is not perceived.
no, I let you speak
Yeah.
instead because you mentioned
Yeah,
you see some qualities.
it is surely not referring to the body I see. It's not referring to what I generally know of myself, all these shapes and forms and names, because then it would be a lie. Of course I am born, look, and you have photos and you have whatnot, and you know this is growing with time and so on. So you know. So it refers to what? To what it refers, all this? I'm unborn. It's absolute. Nothing ever happens there. It's not to you. It is to what is.
So
And what is what you are.
there's this idea that this spaciousness, this unbornness, absoluteness, that they are something seen, but you're saying that they're not.
You can taste them, but it will be an experience
All right.
which comes and goes. You
So
can taste them. But have the wisdom to know what I taste is an experience. So there is an experiencer there, oh lucky experiencer, why not? And it happens, surely it happens also. But the real thing which it speaks about is not concerned by somebody tasting it or not. It is not born, it's not dead. It's not about concerning that recreation that, it looks like.
Then maybe the problem here is that I'm comparing to tasting those things and I'm not tasting them right now.
And why you are not tasting them? You
I
don't want. That's why.
Sorry?
It's because you don't want.
I want to taste them.
Then do. You know very well the trick. Don't go in your mind. Then whom else can do that? You, no? Because if you want to taste that, you just don't go in your mind. And that's available all the time. But in the life, we only dedicate some time to that because life is very busy, makes you very busy.
And when you say don't go in the mind, are you referring only to the thoughts or also everything that
Any
appears and
belief,
disappears?
even the belief that you are someone and all those things, you know. I am a seeker, no, I am a finder, and all that has no value. It has value only in the mind.
Yeah, there is something I'm wondering, but I can't put a finger on it right now. Maybe it's like if there's like I see you here.
Yeah, but what
But
do you
it's
see?
not about not putting any attention to you. It's to not listen to the mind, or I'm just searching for full clarity here somehow now.
Yeah, why not? But what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know really. No, but like my attention can go very much to the head because I have a lot of
Yes.
tension in the head, for instance.
Yeah, okay.
So what do I do about that then?
You are not obliged to be bound by that. okay, you have a head like this for some time, let's say. I give you hope for some time only. um, but if you want not to have a head like this, good luck, huh? Then you have to do so many things or whatnot, and it works, it doesn't work. But if your search is, but who am I in fact? Even I am not this head, how is it possible? I feel it. So here the investigation is very important to know who I am in fact. If I can describe anything of me, it means it's an object. And I'm not the object. I'm the subject, in fact. So who is the subject? That question is not asked. And as soon as you ask it, you don't go in your mind. Because the subject belongs to the mind, to the object. Am I clear? I don't know. But
The object here would be the tension in the head, for instance.
yeah, sure, of
so
course.
yeah.
It becomes an object of your watching, of your experience. Sure. Sure. It's very different to see, for example, what I tell you. You have the intention, oh, but if I know it's an object and all that, and I will know I am myself, I will have no more that. So I do that to have no more pain in my head. Or the search is different. I do that because I realize, and it's a big revelation to see that I am not what I can describe. That's amazing. So whatever is described may remain the same or not. It goes on changing anyway. But it will not necessarily change what you know of yourself. But what will change is the idea you have of yourself. You will have no more ideas. You will be freed from the tyranny of your mind. That's what the Satsang tries to offer. Yeah. Papaji, for example, he had high blood pressure. High blood pressure, but high. I mean, it was disturbing. So, do you think he went to Ramana to be restored high blood pressure? No, his search was more ontological than that. It was about God. It was about reality. It was about, is there something else, you know? So I don't put one search lower or higher, but I just want to show that it leads in different fields.
Yeah. I'm not here to solve that. It's
Yeah,
I just
okay.
used as
But
an
that's
example.
good. No, but
Yeah.
that's good to be clear about that, because as a human who have no search, why not? I mean, it's normal. You want to be better. You want to feel better. So it's normal. So it's good to be very clear. Okay, you're clear then.
Yes.
That's
Thank you very
great.
much.
That's great. Yeah. Then who is clear now? You can ask in yourself.
What did you say?
Who is clear?
Who is clear?
And the answer is not far. Huh? It is the most intimate. It's the most. You cannot be more intimate, means nearer than what you are. So you have not to go far for that. You have not to search far for that. You just have not to search. Yeah.
Morning.
Good
Ganga.
morning. Yeah.
So something changed by hearing this conversation, because I always heard when you said I don't search anymore. I thought it was always about this ontological question, like who am I, or is there a God, or things like that. But now I see that it goes way deeper than below, because you don't search anything which is presented, which if you make a decision from the heart or not, or if you're going the right way, or and what I see now is that you don't search it. Anything that's being presented by what appears isn't a question, or you're making the right decision, or is it like that you that also is in the not searching, that you just don't take anything that is presented? And I don't mean the daily life things, but
I cannot reply. I have to think more about how I live my life. I have to think how I live my life. I don't want to be dishonest. I don't know.
because why I asked that is what I
But
thought.
then you see, you have the idea that then that one will have a life of perfection.
No, actually, no. But then you're not tyrannized by so much by the mind if you don't search for whatever is being presented.
No, it's not true.
It's not like that.
I would not feel honest if I say like you say, unless I mean, there is, of course, sometimes it's like that, but I think it's definitively not how it appears. And the new search, of course, I search for a good place. We came to Portugal. I searched it. No, it's not true that what the life presents I don't follow, or I follow. Or it's not about that, my dear. It is. It's not about the life. And that which quietened that search and the belief I am a seeker or somebody, quietened totally my life in that sense, but it didn't quieten my destiny, which is glued to my shape, to my birth, and will die with my death of the body-mind. Yeah.
That I wanted to check.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yeah. But you see, all those, it's quite like a personal interrogation, all that. And some people may reply differently too. And I would not mind. It's just because you asked me. Okay? Yeah?
Yes, so last time we spoke, you told me that it's good to come forward and to bring up things
Yeah.
where I feel sometimes, there's this concept of just life passing and
So it's just,
of life just flowing and
yeah.
things happening, and but there is also
maybe some hiding from life, in a sense, like going back, and not leads to passivity of just observing, but not acting also in this body. It's more, it's like a misconception, I guess, of what truly is this stillness. And yeah, just
Yeah. Well, it is your way to approach life, your originality. What to say? It has, I think, nothing to do with what is. What is there, whatever attitude you have in life. You have this attitude, why not? It's maybe fitting you and it's in your temperament. But know that what is, and which is not personal at all to anybody, is the background of all this, of all these absolutely different, infinitely different shapes and forms.
yeah. Again, I have nothing to say because the mind, as I told you, the mind goes quiet. But as you said, like it reappears for some reason. There's still.
Sure. No, don't say still. It will be like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are waves of the ocean, waves. When you speak of waves, you look at what? Tell me.
Sorry, can you repeat?
When you look at a wave, you look at what? Simple question. You look at the shape.
Yeah,
The
but
shape.
it's
You
but it's
don't
water.
look at the water. You look at the shape. Yeah.
I know that it appeared in the mind, but the effect maybe it's alive in me. That's why I want to ask, because I met this fear about not existence, that I cannot exist.
So what is this not existing?
Fear about that I
The
can.
fear.
Yeah,
It's a
the
fear.
fear.
Okay.
Yeah, about not exist, that I cannot
Well,
exist. or-
you exist, don't worry. We can always tell you. It's okay. But you refer maybe to something else when you say I don't exist. It's when you don't speak about this body-mind. You feel or experience. But then why do you fear it? It's just a fact. I don't exist, in fact, as a real thing. I personally am not necessarily here. I don't exist. But if your mind reappears, of course he will say, oh yeah, I was somewhere else. I was in myself. No, I am in my body-mind, so I exist. No?
it was like dropping this all appearances.
Yeah, you have a glimpse. You have a glimpse of what it is when you drop all appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And in this, just came to me this fear about.
But don't fear. Don't fear.
Okay.
It is the mind which wants to tyrannize you, which brings fear.
Yeah.
It's too late anyway. You saw it. It's too late for the mind. You saw it. It can dance and give you fear. You saw that. And as a man, okay, you reappear and you function in the world like that. But I saw what I am. And there the mind, it can invent anything, you don't listen.
Yeah, I just didn't want to delay about
So you didn't delay, good. Then
Yeah, it's also mind. Okay. Yeah, it means nothing. Just
what means nothing?
this what happened.
It
This
means a lot. I don't exist. I have seen that in fact I don't exist. It's enormous. It's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, then why you say it means nothing?
These feelings means nothing. I mean.
Okay. Okay. At least you see this glimpse can wake you up here and there in your life so that you don't search who you are. I have seen. And then live your life. Live your life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that some people who have this experience, then suddenly they don't feel they have really a life, so they go to a cave and live just more with I don't exist than with I exist. But you know, there is no more enlightenment here or there. Once you have seen, you have seen. No doubt. You don't choose your destiny, you see. It's like that. It's very different, like it looks Ramana went a lot in caves after he saw, and but it was for him a natural way because he had not much glued to his birth, not much to do. It looks no much. So it's not like his neighbor who was going also to the cave to meditate and to search and to attain something. That's very different drive, you see. It's because he believed it is this way that I will attain. It's not the same than Ramana naturally went in a quiet life, as some others would continue their busy life. You see, doesn't matter. Look at Papaji. He, at the age nearly 60, he decided to go near the Ganga and to live like that, very simple life. And in the end, look what happened afterwards. He had again a family, and he had Lucknow full of people to teach to, and so on. So you may decide things, you know. Oh, I prefer to go and live near the Ganga, and I'm not interested. But then your destiny is different, and it will come. It will come to you. So you just follow that. So yeah, there was someone. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga.
Hello.
A few weeks ago, I was at home and watching Satsang,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, after it was over, I was deeply touched, and something felt like something was expressing in writing, and like a few lines came out, and it's quite rare that this happens, and I wrote them, and I wasn't planning to share them or anything, but
Now it's too late. You tell me.
yeah, my heart is beating fast. They were actually, even they were directed towards you in a way, but I can say they're towards myself. Or
Yeah, sure.
Oh beloved, or oh beloved, you're like a knife that its sharpness is never lost. You're like a mirror that never gets stained. You're like the vision that no cloud can fog. You're like a blazing fire that the entire ocean can never put out. You are where the light of 1,000 suns can never reach. This is the first time I revisit this since I wrote. You are the beauty my mind cannot taste or meet. With precious concepts, I tried to kiss your cheeks, but no, you never showed your cheeks. You have frustrated my mind so much, it now wants to marry you. It sounds so sweet, but no, here there is no wedding and no invitees. So sweet is this love that no compromise action, none action, have lost hope knocking on this door. That's it.
You can become a poet, like Kabir, like Rumi. It can come.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, Ganga.
Eh.
Just mind keeps on coming back, and it can be so fucking uncomfortable. Just need to somehow.
Yeah. Why don't you look sometimes to something else? Why are you so fascinated by what moves?
No, yeah. Okay.
You have the birthright, really. This life, you have this birthright. Even though it may be, as you know, and you are not comfortable in it, but you can also just leave it alone.
Yes, I know. Seems
So develop more that taste.
It seems in satsang it comes more stronger than before even. It's just
Maybe to show you more strongly that your love for not following that is stronger. Guts, my dear, guts. Yeah, you need.
Thank you.
Yeah. You had guts in your life. You can use it for here now. You don't need for life now. Okay?
Okay.
Great.
Good morning, Ganga.
Good morning.
It's Valentine's Day, so it was very beautiful to have love poetry. Yeah. So sorry, just trying to. What? So there's this amazing shift from realizing that whatever the mind is saying has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with me, who I am, and that has been a revelation, really.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny how it suddenly becomes real it became real for me what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still have this sense which and I know it's a concept, but it's not about wanting a quiet mind, because the mind can still be moving, and yet there's this deeper presence. It's to do with the surrender of the mind, and I don't know, this keeps coming, this surrender, without it being a concept, but being
But what you saw, it was because your mind surrendered. What you saw, what you said.
Yeah.
No? You can see that because your mind surrendered. What?
Yeah, I mean...
Sure. No doubt about it. Otherwise it would have been an information more like you listened to that thousands of times, but suddenly it's a revelation for you. You said it. I just take your words.
Yeah.
So for that, your mind must have surrendered. So why to bring it back?
Well, because it wasn't it's not a revelation like a glimpse revelation. It's a revelation which is ongoing every moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So
where this idea of surrendering the mind comes from?
There's this idea that then the mind becomes a lover of that. Like
it will be at times. At times you will say marvelous poetry, and sometimes you will have amazing quiet silence and this and that. At times. And it doesn't mean that you are more yourself if you tell an amazing poetry or if you are just silent. They are experiences, expressions coming directly from here, and that's why they are intoxicated. They speak about that, even though they know they cannot express. Still it can come. At times, because you know very well it is still an expression. What I have seen is uncompromisingly impossible to catch. Let it be by poetry, let it be by silence. So what?
Yeah. Thank you. I think I didn't realize my mind had surrendered. I think I didn't see it. I didn't see it like that. Yeah. I'll just let that be like that.
I want to little bit help to
Yeah,
the
sure.
people. First time is the concept. First time is making the concept. The concept making the question. A question making for I, and then was I was making the seeker. That's all.
Yeah.
So only remove the concept, because the concept I. So that's all.
That's all.
And I just realized when I was looking at all of you that everybody is here because they are searching for something and you are afraid of failing. Everybody knows here the answer, but you don't realize you already know the answer. You didn't even realize you know the answer.
But I do.
But you actually just admitted it. You didn't.
But
You are afraid of failing. But you act like a little schoolgirl that you have a grade A or C or D and it doesn't matter.
No,
Because
she's in
you
the.
already had the
She's no more in school, you know.
yeah. But still we are like afraid of failure. But you already have the glimpse and you have the answer.
just wait. You speak like this because it's your way to react, but everybody doesn't react the same way. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay?
I accept that.
Okay.
Yes.
What about your fear then?
I was crying the whole time while I was here. I get so I don't know.
Yeah.
I just realized a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So it was
Good. Don't interfere in
yeah.
that.
I
Very
just
good.
let the emotions flow over me.
Okay. Ah, what's going on?
I don't know. I just found that if I don't want anything, everything just is happening spontaneously, and
Okay. I have nothing to say. It's your way to see. Okay.
so do we have a choice or something like that?
Well, you say that it happens spontaneously, so you believe what you say or you still doubt? And who cares? Okay. Maybe stop for a while to try to explain this life. Anyway, you see, you will understand a lot of things and a lot of mysteries will still remain. Don't worry. You know, in the world, in the field of knowledge, I don't think there is a stop in knowledge. It will be always infinitely discovering. So, what is not in the grip of knowledge. Knowledge rises from there, may disappear there. It's not knowledge which will solve this need that the human may have to know, is there a God, what's God, and all those things. Yeah. And we have the proof, you see, the scientific people, they really have very high IQ, and they're very intelligent people, and they discover things, and finally they always discover more. I don't think there will be any theory fixed once for all and found once for all who would explain the whole thing. And if it happens, it will last 100 years, and then something else would come. So with the mind, you may never be satisfied with a perfect answer. So thank you.